Okay, this is the Vevor 20-ton air over hydraulic jack. Let's just take a quick look of how it was shipped. It was shipped in this box, and I'll set it on the floor. I did take it out, but I put it back just to show you how it is shipped, and it was delivered by UPS. Comes with like a foam cap lid on it. A little over 1/2 inch thick foam, possibly 3/4 inch. These were wrapped in plastic, but I took it off and just put them back in there. And it was completely assembled. Okay, we got it out and got it on the bench. Vevor's got a pretty decent manual, but nowhere do they mention about getting the air out of it. So if you have air in it, the typical way you'd get air out of a jack, out of a bottle jack, would be to loosen up the release valve about a turn, remove the fill port, which we're going to do, and then jack it, and then just go ahead and operate it manually about 10 times. But I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. So let's just go ahead and snug this back up. And the first thing you want to do is check the oil in it. The oil check and fill port is right here above the release valve. Very tough plug. There we go. Now to look in there with a flashlight might be a little tricky. Believe it or not, I can see the oil shaking around in there. See if you can see it. It's right at the bottom of it. If you can't see it, guys, the best way to do it is just tip it and you can see. Just a very little tip. Tipped it way too much because I couldn't see it. I was looking at the camera. Get the plug back in. I'm going to very carefully take a little screwdriver and put the plug back in. I'll do it off camera because it takes a screwdriver and a stiff thumb to get it in there. Okay, the plug, you just got to fight with the plug a little bit. It's a very tough plug. If I buy any new ones, I'll go to Amazon. I'll try to find something that's got some softer silicone in them. Next thing you're going to have to check is what size air fitting do you take. This is a 1/4 inch chuck, I believe, and that's exactly what I have. But if you don't, that's easy to swap out. That will be just your typical 1/4 inch NPT thread to match up your own air supply lines. We're going to run it on a 1/4 inch line for now, but when I jack up an RV where you need some max air, I might probably upgrade to a good 3/8 inch hose. On an air jack, it probably will make somewhat of a bit of difference on the airflow, but I'm not sure. Okay, I've got mine hooked up to about 130 to 135 air pressure right now. Probably wouldn't hurt to go through and check all your fittings, but this is designed to swivel, and I got no air leaking, and everything felt tight. And basically, there's only 2 or 3 threaded fittings you need to check. So we'll go ahead and turn it over and see how she goes up. And considering it's brand new, it won't hurt to screw this all the way up, get some kind of a grease on it, but it does have something on it. Before we use it, we'll screw that up and put some WD-40 or some kind of a dry lube on the threads. We're coming up. It's very quiet. We're inside a small shop, a small work area. The doors and windows are shut. It's impressive. The owner's manual does highly recommend to drain the oil and put in some new oil every year. I'm going to go with this Blaster. Makes a hydraulic jack oil that's kind of neat. So I bought 2 quarts of that. And I'm going to use a little bit of air oil, which I forgot to do. I'm going to do that now. When you first use it, I think it might be wise to do that. There's 10 drops. That seems like a good number. We'll try to raise up a 35-foot fifth wheel, at least one of the wheels anyway. I like the springs. Look at that, pull it all the way down. Guys, this jack's only like $80 on Amazon. And that's a 20-ton, not a 12-ton. 12-ton is like $4 cheaper. Yeah, you do have more weight to deal with, but you got a lot more capacity. It all depends on what you're trying to jack up and what your maintenance requires. Okay, this will be the first attempt. Let's go ahead and get set up and see how it does. We've got that Asian beetle migration going on right now. I'm just going to raise it up, guys, enough to where I can spin the tire. And I've got about 175 pounds of air on the compressor, and I've got the regulator set on 130. And I am going to try it with the 1/4 inch air line. We'll just see how well it does or does not. It didn't mean for that to come on that quick. The handle's got a locking position in it. I'm about there. Oh yeah. Easy. Well guys, I'm not going to video letting it down. When you let it down, you just open up this release valve and these are down. But it took that up with no trouble at all. Let me check on the air supply. Now it is going to take a lot of air because I had it on about 170, maybe 160. And it took it down to 140. The regulator set on 130. I just had the compressor turned off because of the noise for the video. She is definitely a keeper. What I really like about it is once you get in position, you can sit over here and just press this valve. I'll put a link to the jack in the description. Hey, thanks for watching. Work safe out there and have a good one.